The void is the boundary between safety and complete ruin. It's a sudden awareness of your own ultimate freedom. I managed to stumble into it, and it made me feel more creative. It made me feel like a beginner. It made me uncomfortable. It made me understand my purpose. And this is the project that I worked on while in the void. Recently I hit a pretty big milestone that I've been working towards for a while. So what you're seeing here is me working on a geometric art tutorial for the Geometers Circle. 4 years ago I decided to start producing a full-length, step-by-step tutorial every full moon outside of YouTube and just see if anyone was interested in following along. Turns out they were, and so I've been cranking out tutorials for a while now. It's a pretty tight schedule, making them for every full moon. That's 13 tutorials a year, which takes a lot of researching, studying, practicing, filming, editing, publishing, all that. It's a lot of work, but very fulfilling. To be honest, I love it and I'm so grateful to have found this path. Pretty much every tutorial starts out the same way, with the geometry of a pattern. Sometimes they're a well-known pattern like this one, sometimes they're original creations by myself, but they always start off with a geometric grid that evolves into the pattern. It's really cool because the grid gives the structure that we need, but after that we move on to add in more details and flourishes, and this is the best part because it's where the creativity comes in. And man, it blows my mind to see what others come up with the same grid that we all started with. It's just incredible. It's amazing that there's so many different ways you can go with the same grid. And then once we've sketched in all the details, I'll always go over the sketch with ink. Sometimes I'll add a bit of colour, and then that's the end of the project, but not this time. So anyway, the big milestone that I hit recently was 50 full moon sessions, 50 full-length tutorials, and that took 4 years of constant effort. And in those 4 years, my life changed so much. It gave my life meaning, it gave me a mission, and it gave me immense satisfaction. That's just what happens when you focus on providing value instead of aiming to make money. If you provide the value, the business looks after itself. So I hit this milestone and I didn't know what to expect really. I didn't know whether to celebrate, I didn't know whether to just push on. I'd had some thoughts about switching things up and trying new things, but then I was also thinking, don't mess with a good thing, you know? And when the moment came where I published my 50th full moon session, I just didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't want to stop, but I also wanted to think about my next move. So I ended up just doing nothing, but in a good way. It wasn't like paralysis. It was just, I needed time to reflect because I just really didn't know what to do next. And one thing I've noticed about myself in the past is I have this tendency to self-sabotage. I build things up and then I burn them down. And I never understood why I did that. So I looked into it, and Freud called it the death drive. He proposed that alongside our drive for survival, humans have this opposing subconscious instinct pushing us towards destruction and the unexplainable calm that comes with that. And that manifests itself outwardly as aggression and inwardly as self-sabotage. So knowing this now, I won't be sabotaging anything. I just needed time to think. And I think it was perfect timing because lately I've been on a bit of a dopamine detox, trying to stay away from screens as much as possible and all the distractions that come along with the screens, just in an attempt to restore the balance. I think that's what allowed me to enter the void. And what I mean by the void is, it's felt like I was in a place of total freedom and creativity. For a while now, my own creativity has been driven by helping others create for themselves. And I've had this really strong desire to work on things that I don't usually work on, things I don't have much experience, things that I would be an amateur at, things that wouldn't really benefit me in any way, or at least I thought they wouldn't. But there's been this blockage, there's been obstructions, mainly in my mind, partly because I didn't have the tools or the knowledge needed to just act, to just do what I wanted to do when I felt like it. Something was always in my way, like I needed a plan. I needed to buy materials and all this. So I'd fall back to the comfort and just stick to what I knew. And I knew right there that I wasn't going to grow by staying in that place, but that wasn't enough to get me moving. And it just took hitting that big 50 to unlock something. It's a feeling that I haven't felt in a long time, if ever. The feeling of total freedom and nothing holding me back. And the weird thing is, I didn't even use that freedom to start practicing the things that I'd been thinking I'd wanted to do. I did something else. I chopped some wood, I picked up some paint brushes, and I got to work. I was trying to think of the last time I actually painted anything with a brush, because I've just been drawing for so long and nothing else. I've used paint pens for murals and stuff, but it's not the same as using a brush, is it? I think the last time I painted anything was about 12 years ago, and I really wasn't happy with it back then and just kind of gave up. I think at the time I was like intimidated by the learning curve and just stuck to what I knew. But I had this desire to create something that I could hang in the house, something tangible, because most of my drawings just end up in a drawer, never to be seen again. I'm not sure why that is, I just don't feel like hanging up my drawings, but I kind of knew at the start of this project that I would want to hang this up because I'd just seen it in my mind, even though I was pretty sure that I was going to be out of practice and a bit rough around the edges. But there's nothing like being an amateur at something to get that feeling of freedom. I remember reading once that there's this odd paradox where the more someone knows, the less confident they are to actually use that knowledge, whereas the complete beginner learns a few things and suddenly feels like they're an expert. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. But I suppose that's not quite what I'm trying to get at. It's more like when you're a beginner, you don't really know whether there's a right or a wrong way to do something. You haven't developed any bad habits yet, and it's all about exploration. It's weird that anyone would ever be afraid to be a beginner when you think about it like that, because one of the biggest joys in life is exploration. I don't think there's anyone out there that doesn't want to go somewhere new and explore new things. It's the best thing ever, and the most boring thing one could do is go to the same place and do the same thing over and over and over again for their entire life. So for this piece, I just embraced being a beginner, just painting, just getting a feel for the brush. Like I didn't practice on anything else. I just got straight into it. I just thought, this is what I want to do. I'm just going to start painting. And yeah, at first it was all like, like just figuring out how to hold the brush again and get the right strokes. And I'm sure I made a lot of mistakes, and I'm sure there are better ways that I could have been doing things. I just didn't care. I just wanted to paint. I just wanted to paint what was in my head. And that's why, if you look at the filming of this piece, it's quite static compared to my other videos. And that's because I was so deep in the void that I didn't want to do anything but paint. I was so intensely focused on creating this piece that I didn't want any distractions. So I just pointed the camera in the right direction and press record, not really knowing if I would even use what I'd captured. And it just felt great. It felt like this was what I was supposed to be doing in that moment. And because I was on the dopamine detox, I got it done fast. You don't realize how much distractions interrupt your creativity. It's the worst thing to be snapped out of your zone of creativity. When you're in the zone, you know you're in the zone. And to get pulled out of it, you don't know if you're going to get back into it. It's so easy to fall out of the zone. So it's important to train your mind not to get distracted by trivial things that don't contribute to the creative act. So anyway, here's the result of my time in the void. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you've experienced this yourself.